today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the NECA Toys Cinemachines #2, the Alien Derelict ship. The final Cinemachines this spot's going to be having a look at on this channel. And I guess for no rhyme or reason, I did want to have a look at the, we already had a look at the APC vehicle. I wanted to look at that first. And then after that, I guess I wanted to look at the Space Jockey and the Derelict ship last. But it's a pretty good looking ship, a good replica of the ship that obviously the Nostromo goes for a distress call to seek out. As for other vehicles available, we had to look at the Space Jockey already. Looking at the Derelict ship, we had a look at the M577 APC vehicle, as well as the UD4L dropship. I don't even think, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I did the back read-up for the UD4L dropship, so I do apologize for that. As for your specifications on the Derelict ship, discovery date was 6/3/21/22. Location LV-426. Structure asymmetrical, that's for sure. A crew unknown. A single fossilized body, presumably the pilot, was discovered on board with chest damage indicative of xenomorph XX-121 incubation. Size, largely unknown, limited portions explored before emergency evacuation, notably a large cargo area containing thousands of xenomorph eggs. File note discovered by crew members of the commercial hauler CSS Nostromo, who were awakened from hypersleep when the ship's computer detected a 12-second beacon originating from LV-426. To check out more from the folks over at NECA, also you can head over to www.necaonline.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, but when we come back, we're going to have a better look at the final Cinemachines from Series 1. We're going to have a look at Cinemachines Machine 2, the Derelict ship from Alien. Stay tuned, guys. There's more heading your way. Don't go anywhere. Now that we have the Derelict ship out of packaging, let's get a better look at this vehicle. It's certainly an obscure looking ship. Asymmetrical is certainly right in the sense that it absolutely has no symmetry to it to speak of. Of course, trying to decipher where certain places of the ship could exist. Again, like, your guess is as good as mine. There is a thruster on the back there, some way to propel it in space. Coloring wise, there's absolutely no separation of colors to speak of. It's more this silver gunmetal color. Now, to be fair though, the ship didn't really have a lot of color to speak of when it was in Alien. I guess they designed the ship, and by design I mean NECA designed the ship as a pristine version of the Derelict ship. I guess they could have added a little bit of wear to the underside of it, where it could have, could have crashed, could have left some debris or damage to the underside of the ship, but all that really would be hearsay. I mean, just trying to decipher, well, what would be damaged on the ship. So they opted instead just to kind of keep everything very clean. I love this wiring pattern that makes up the majority of the ship. There are a few little extra things in there as well, things that you would not be able to see necessarily in the movie, but you can now appreciate when we get something like this in hand. I don't know if these are windows or if they're like little exhaust ports. Some little extra little holes and nozzle areas on the front. It is very Alien. Not to be too witty with the thing, but it is very Alien in its design. It doesn't look like any other ship you probably have seen in movies, which all again more testament to the original designs of Alien. Now, I can hold this in my hand. I mean, you can also just sit it on a shelf like so. But NECA also does give you one other thing for this ship, and it's these pieces right here. They do give you a display stand. We'll just go ahead and tab it into place like that. And then there is an adjustable peg on the top. There's a hole on the underside of the ship, and just attach that like so. I have to admit, I'm not crazy by the idea that this is like a clear plastic. Like, just the creaking and squeaking doesn't sit well with me. But you can display it like that. Now, I worry by where they've placed it, unless you take it and rotate it the other way around. I don't think one way will be more beneficial than the other. I feel like it is probably going to be going this way. But I worry about the stability and strength of that peg. Keeping in mind that peg is clear plastic, keeping in mind you have a heavy ship that's heavy from the front, and it's weighing down that peg. It's either going to loosen that hinge, the hinge that's on the underside, or I fear that it's going to eventually break that peg. And I guess you could tip it up a little bit better like that. But again, I don't know how long something like that holds. That seems worrisome a little bit to me. It displays fantastic though, getting it with the clear display stand. I wish though, seeing this being incorporated with the Derelict ship, I wish that the Aliens dropship also had this little extra, the extra stand, so you could actually have it floating. I mean, well, truthfully, the dropship flies a lot more in Aliens than the Derelict ship flies in Alien. So there you go. Just to give you a size comparison as well, we'll bring in a vehicle, or in this case a machine, of equal movies. I mean, both appearing in the same movie. Here's the Space Jockey, just to give you a size comparison. They're roughly about the same length. Space Jockey, of course, has a lot more height to him as well. But they show great on shelves. Little iffy on the stand itself, but having these on display looks awesome. This is, again, also the last vehicle that we're having a look at for the Cinemachines. I hope NECA does produce more of these. I really, really do. I've been trying my best to try to think of other vehicles as well that I'd love to see them bring into the fold. Again, I can't really think of anything at the moment. Of course, branching out into the realm of Predator. Just again, trying to think of, just looking on my shelf, my video shelf just to the side here, looking at some of the other movies. Trying to think of other, well, let me know down below. What would you like to see in a future Cinemachine release? And we can discuss it and share it together. In the meantime, today's collectible spot, we were having a look at the final Cinemachine. This was Cinemachine Derelict ship from Alien. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.